Some people are joining now, so I'm actually going to start. So my name is Coach Michelle, and I work with professionals who are extremely frustrated with the job market today. Many of them feel just like this young man in this picture. And I am an advocate for job seekers. I feel very passionate about empowering those who are stressed, who are putting in the hard work, but they are not seeing the results. And it's bad enough to be working for a toxic boss. It's bad enough to have a toxic team. It's bad enough to fear layoffs, work 8, 9, 10-hour days, and then also deal with a job search on top of that. So I'd like to take this afternoon or morning, wherever you are, to just discuss this situation and then to equip you with powerful tools that you could start implementing right away that will change your trajectory, your job search trajectory. And how do I know this? Because I'm really, really good at what I do. And I'll discuss that a little bit later on the webinar. Just a few words about me before we get started. I have over 18 years of experience in talent acquisition, recruiting, executive search, specifically in finance, technology, marketing, and pharma. I've worked with C-suite executives and placing them my entire career. Around 8 years ago, I decided to pivot and empower the job seeker who was struggling because the employer always had the upper hand and was always taking a resume, doing an interview, and the job seeker, who is very qualified in most cases, is always waiting, always stressed, always imagining the worst. So what are most executives doing right now? They're talking to recruiters. They are overwhelmed with filling out online applications when they see that a company is hiring. They're applying directly on company websites because their friends are sharing that there's a position open at Bank of America. Hurry up and apply. They're also applying on job boards like Indeed, Monster, and any of the other job boards that aggregate all the jobs that are open out there. They are networking with people on LinkedIn. Most professionals have a decent amount of connections, and they're keeping up with LinkedIn and Easy Apply and all the job boards that are aggregating on LinkedIn and all the jobs that are posted on LinkedIn. But all of this is just a rat race. It's just doing, working hard, and not seeing any outcomes. Most importantly, people are extremely frustrated with trying to figure out how their current skills map to the job description. And guess what most people are busy with? They are rewriting their resumes to match the job description because they think that if they do that, that's going to give them a better probability of making it through the ATS system. For those of you who don't know what ATS is applicant tracking system. That is a database that most companies use to store all of their applicant information. So if your resume is not formatted properly or doesn't have all the keywords that they're looking for, guess what? It's not going to transcribe well to the ATS, and the bot is not going to recognize you as an applicant that matches the job description because the bot is looking for keywords. All sounds very complicated, and that's why many of you get these automatic rejections when you feel that you're the right candidate, but you just didn't make it through the robotic gatekeeper, or should we say. Look, all of these obstacles are really not real. They're small problems that you can squash, and you could make it through all of these challenges. You could overcome all of these challenges only if you know how. So let's take a look at what I do and how I could empower you. So I had mentioned that I have worked in the talent acquisition space, and I have worked with super successful executives my entire life. So I've been studying the hyper successful and what do they do? And why do they tend to seem to land all the coolest jobs? Why are they always in their dream job? Why are they always happy, like this young lady that's jumping for joy? Why are these people rock stars? They don't have the same brains as you do. They have the same expertise as you do. They have 2 arms and 2 legs. But what are they doing that is different? What strategy do they use? And how do they mine the hidden job market? So a few words about the hidden job market. Most people think that it's a trick or it's a special job board or a special secret society that you go to in order to find all the coolest jobs. Guess what? That is incorrect. A lot of people have written about the hidden job market, but they talk about it almost like an oracle. It's not an oracle, it's a real thing. But guess what? The hidden job market, you create it yourself. So the way that I could best describe this to you is there are 3 pillars of people that you know, 3 categories: people you know, people that you don't know, and people that you should know. The hidden job market, it is a place where the introductions of the people that you know and the reach out to the people that you should know and the reach out to the people that you don't know, okay? Those are the opportunities that you create out of those 3 buckets of people that you are not doing right now, not because you're a bad person, but because you don't have the tactics. You don't know what to say to the CEO of this cool startup that you just read an article about. You don't know what to say to a complete stranger on LinkedIn. You feel uncomfortable. You don't have the know-how how to research those companies that could use your expertise. You just don't know how to do this. And most importantly, you may not even know how to ask your friends and former colleagues on how to help you. You're asking them to help you, but you're really not clear about what you're looking for. So what do you say? You catch up with people and then you say, well, you know what? Let me know if someone is looking for a director of marketing. And what do? They have an intention of helping you, but they don't wake up in the morning every day, like running to their computer to help you. So how do we make it easy for people to help us? How do we define our messages? How do we define exactly the type of role that we're looking for? And how do we communicate it with clarity? And it's crystal clear. Once they see something like that, or if they know somebody in their network that could use your expertise, can they make the introduction? I've had people actually get on the phone with their connections and go through their Rolodex. For those of you who don't know what a Rolodex is, it's basically your list of contacts in your iPhone. So everybody that their friend knew, they literally sat down and said, listen, I'm an expert in marketing. This is what I want to do. I want to do email marketing. Let's go through your list of people that you know. And who do you feel comfortable introducing me to that really is struggling and needs my expertise? So this is the stuff that will lead you to navigate the hidden job market and really encounter success. So it's not about working hard at the job search and putting in 8 to 10 hours and sleepless nights and all of that. It's all about applying the energy to the things that work and the things that have been working for all of these hyper successful people that I have been watching, observing, and placing my entire career. That is the reason why I designed my program. My program was designed to help frustrated professionals just like you who are working full-time. They're overwhelmed with the process. They're rusty in their job seeking strategies. They're interviewing and the answers are all over the place. They're not really sure how to introduce themselves to their former network, to their existing network, and to activate a new network. And they're kind of wasting time on these job boards, leading them down the wrong rabbit hole, working with recruiters that are making empty promises. And all of these activities really yield very little results. So my program shows you how do you stop doing all of that? How do you reset? How do you duplicate what all these hyper successful people that I've worked with my entire life with, what do they do? How do you do that? And how do you land your dream job in record time? So let's take a look at what my program addresses in 6 weeks. Now, 6 weeks may not seem like a long time to you, but 8 to 10 hours a day doing the right things will result in many, many miracles. 6 to 8 weeks is a long time. It's almost close to the time it takes to break a bad habit. So there's been a lot of studies in like smokers and people who want to get off sugar and all of that. Just think about what's going to happen to you if you're going to give up sugar for 4 weeks. You're basically going to be close to kicking that habit. So there is a reason why I front-loaded my program with all this knowledge you need to have. And that takes 6 weeks. And then it's all about you going out there and trying it on and implementing it. And if you need help, the program also includes one-on-one coaching with me, which we'll talk about in a minute. But 6 weeks may seem like a short period of time, but it is a long time based on all the education that you will be front-loaded, as well as all of the new things you'll be trying on, the worksheets, the tactics, the strategies, the live Q&A calls, and most importantly, the one-on-one work with me. So let's take a deeper look at exactly the topics that the program addresses. So it starts with how to establish a career objective and how to figure out what is it that you do, what is the best thing that you do, why you're unique at doing it, and why is it your dream job. If you're not passionate about this new job that you're looking for, and when people talk to you, you don't have a contagious energy, you're not going to get that job. So we have to figure out together, and that's what the program teaches you, is that you need to figure out what is it that you do, why are you great at it, and why should others listen? So this is what I call the zone of genius. So the program starts where you figure that out, okay? Then you figure out what learning you need to do and what skill gaps do you need to fill in order to land that dream job. So let's say you're in marketing and you want to be a CMO and you have a compelling story as to why you are determined to be the CMO of a, let's say, sports shoe, Reebok, okay? You got to sit down and figure out what is it that you know now and what do you need to know as a CMO? And then have a plan as to how you will acquire those skills, how you're going to fill in the skill gaps, and most importantly, how will you stretch the skills that you already have? Who are you going to recruit? Do you need to learn how to recruit people to help you? Or do you need to learn how to deliver your story as to what you want to do? So you need to figure out what is the learning that you need to do to reach your goal. The program also talks about the mindset, which is the most important thing. You can do all the right things with the wrong mindset, and you will not get the result that you want. So everything is about mindset, what you believe in, what you're grateful for, and how do you view the world, through a positive lens or through a negative lens. Because if you start your day with negative energy, the outcomes you will get will be negative. So the program talks a lot about mindset, and I know it's a very difficult time right now. You know, there are things going on politically and things going on globally, and the news is always keeping us in the negative mindset. My program gives you tips and tricks on how to snap out of that and really stay positive, or learn how to just bring yourself into a positive mindset when you see yourself slipping into the negative mindset. The program, and this is what most of you have been waiting for, the program also has a very in-depth section about creating a powerful resume, how to pass through the ATS, the gatekeepers, how to make sure that that resume opens up doors for you, how to optimize your resume to capture what is it that you want to do and not about your past accomplishments. So in this portion of the program, we show you how to fix your resume, how to have a powerful cover letter that's going to show the human side of you, but also how to take all of this information and make sure that all of your assets match, and how to also create a powerful LinkedIn profile. Now, LinkedIn is a must if you are in your job seeking months. LinkedIn, the paid version, is a great tool to have because that enables you to really navigate it with ease. So a very key point of the program is also about how to build your network, a new one if you need it, if you're looking to pivot or you're looking for a new job, or how to really reactivate your old network. And most importantly, how to optimize your profile so that you will attract new connections, that no one will ever wonder, why are you sending them a connection? They will see right there from your tagline, what is it that you stand for? What is your mission statement and why they should talk to you? Because I don't know about you, I get a lot of connections. I don't want to connect to people that I'm not sure about what they do. Okay? When you look at my LinkedIn profile, you're very sure about what I do. I get people dream jobs. Okay? For those of you who are not really sure about LinkedIn, you feel weird about sending invitations to people and you're never sure what to say when they accept all of that, I have a solution for you that's built into the program. We actually give you script as to how to message people, how to build connections, how to ask them for a exploratory conversation, how to ask for a discovery interview. Quick story. Working with a client right now, in less than 30 days, he has built up his LinkedIn connections by 400 connections of C-suite executives. Additionally, based on what he has learned from my program, he has also created in less than 30 days 4 informational interviews for himself. 4 informational interviews. These are people that have a problem that he can solve. He approached these people not knowing that they had a problem, addressing his expertise in the messaging, and they have agreed to speak with him. There's no job, there's no role, there's no hiring freeze. These executives have a problem, and my client can solve that for them. And this wouldn't have happened if he didn't connect with the right people, and if he didn't have the right LinkedIn profile, which attracted them, and if he didn't message them properly. So this is not the hidden job market. This is really the miracle job market. Because I bet there's a job for him waiting to be created in those 4 conversations. And lastly, there is a very intensive part of the program that talks about accountability. And this is where I come in to support you. This is where a live Q&A call once a week is there to support you. I am here to support you, to hold your hand while you are in this job search. Most of the time, I'm an email away. I see who's going through the course. I see where you're at in the course. I see who's doing the program. I see who's doing the worksheets. So it is really up to you to hold yourself accountable. And if you need us to hold you accountable, if you need a little help in doing the things you say you're going to do, we have those special tactics in place as well. So we all come together, not only as MTV Coaching, but also the entire MTV Coaching alumni community. They show up on my Q&A calls. They're there occasionally when they have time. They show up, they talk about success. They also share their LinkedIn profiles so that new people that go through the program are able to reach out and really recruit them to help. Because guess what? MTV Coaching alumni help each other. They don't make believe they help each other. They truly help each other. So I know what you're saying is, yes, the program is great and all of that, but what did you actually do for people out there? How many people had success? So I'm going to be completely transparent with you. Last year, we coached 215 clients through this program. 215. 100% of those clients reach their dream job. That was the job that they identified as their objective in the beginning of the program. So we had 100% success rate. That is not because we are so great. We're probably the best company that does this, but it is because all of these clients showed up ready to work, ready to implement the correct mindset, ready to try new things, and they were basically ready to stop their suffering. And if you're wondering, can I talk to one of those people to see how they did and all of that? That's always a great idea. You could always go on my website to check out testimonials, and there's a lot of recommendations on LinkedIn. But please understand this, that everyone's problem is different. And not everyone is willing to share the truth on a public platform or with a complete stranger. So I've had many, many clients that thought that, I don't have the right resume. Well, we don't lead with resumes. We lead with expertise. I'm a little rusty in interviewing, but I think I'm okay. Well, let me conduct the mock interview and I'm going to give you the feedback. And the feedback is are you being invited for second and third level interviews? Are you being invited back? Or are you completely screwing up the first interview? So no one will admit that they were really bad at interviewing, or they had a horrible resume, or they had a horrible mindset, or they viewed themselves as a victim, or they were blaming their toxic boss and all of that. So everyone's situation is different. And this program is designed to give you success in your job search. It's not about you duplicating what other people did. Everyone has their own journey. And this program was designed to get you the outstanding results that we got for people last year. And guess what? That number is probably going to triple this year. But I guarantee you that every person who followed the system landed their dream job in record time, without recruiters, without job boards. So if you're interested in how this program can help you, here is my booking link. The consultation is free. You don't need to commit to anything. That consultation was designed so that I can take a deep dive into the kind of role you're looking for and what strategy you're using. The consultation is going to give you some insights. It may even give you a couple of tips and clues on what you should do. But I'm telling you that the consultation was designed to really talk people through how the program will help them, but only if they're willing to invest the time and energy. If you're expecting miracles, if you're not going to do anything and just sit back, that is exactly the outcomes that you're going to get. So if you're committed and you want to invest the time and energy and you're just not sure how to do it, book a call. We have time slots available at the end of the month. I will be more than happy to speak to you. Send me your resume, contact me on LinkedIn, whatever you need to do. I'd like to take a look at everything that you've been doing, and together we will figure out how we can work together. Some people may even need to get creative in the payment options. You know, they may not have the price of the program to pay it all at once. Most people just pay it and forget it and just get on with the 6-week program. But I do understand that some people who may not be working may have a difficult time investing, entering a realm of uncertainty. And I completely get it. And that is why I have designed a few payment options. We make sure that if you want to do this, we make it happen for you. So it's like colleges. If the college is right for you and you have the grades and you're willing to do all the work, they are blind to your financial situation. They make it work for you. Okay. So with that being said, I really want to open this up to questions. So please go ahead and ask your question in the chat.